We are going to get started a little later than I would like, but let's get going. All right, so I would like to officially welcome you all to the annual opening ceremonies of Milford Little League and to kick off the spring 2026 season. We are so excited to be here with you today on this incredible, beautiful day at Brewster Field. On behalf of the board and all the volunteers, we thank you all for coming and supporting Little League Baseball and Softball. My name is Cassie Jago, and I will be serving as our Master of Ceremonies today. To begin, I would like to welcome each of our teams and their managers onto the field. I would like to begin with the T-ball division. Up first, we have the Astros, managed by Megan Brennan. Braves, sponsored by Art Santo, managed by Nicole Felix. The Brewers, managed by Doug Brower, sponsored by Chevy and Milford. Team Braves. The Brewers, managed by Doug Brower, sponsored by Chevy and Milford.
No, you gotta come on.
The Cardinals.
Go out.
The Giants, sponsored by Anthony's High Tech Auto Center. The Mets, sponsored by J&M Auto Body.
Oh my.
The Pirates, sponsored by Take 5.
Woo!
The Rays, sponsored by Capital Resort. The Red Sox, sponsored by Principal Wealth. The Tigers, sponsored by Paragon. And the Yankees, sponsored by Milford Collision Center. Jog it in, T-Bows. Jog it in. I know it's early. All right, we're going to head over to T-Ball softball. All right, we're going to start with the Breakcats, managed by Gordon McCaskill, sponsor Principal Wealth. The Chihuahuas. It's one of my favorite names, guys. Best jersey. All right, then we have the Peppers. I'm sorry, the Peppers.
Oh wow, they're all holding hands.
The Owls, managed by Gordon
The elbows. No way.
The Rubber Ducks, managed by Kylie Dangle. And the Sunbirds, managed by Christy Mark. You guys can jog in and have a seat.
Stay there for a while. That's it.
All right, we're going to leave a little gap in the middle there for us to run through, okay? All right, next up, we have Coach Fitch Rookie.
Oh, Artie and Coach Fitch.
All right, we're going to start off with the Angels, sponsored by Joshua Tree, managed by Ron Seaves. We have the Athletics, sponsored by ShopRite in Milford, coached by Matt Shields. We have the Blue Jays, managed by Jim O'Connor. We have the D-backs, managed by Tim Torres. We have the Guardians, managed by Joe Glasgow, sponsored by Glasgow Plumbing and Heating. We have the Mariners, coached by me. Hi guys, and Coach Tommy. And sponsored by the John Castaneda Foundation.
Almost positive. Didn't she say
And being supervised by my husband Rob. Thanks, Rob. All right. the Marlins, managed by Coach O'Donnell. Then we have the Orioles, managed by Coach Rayner. We have the Padres, managed by Coach Peterson and sponsored by Lassie's. We have the Rays, managed by Coach Dion and sponsored by Milford Pediatrics. All right, Coach Vincent Vance, you're up. Show us how fast you can run on the field. I know you're quick. All right, first up, it's the Astros, with Coach McCann, sponsored by Colonial Toyota. Then we have the Braves, sponsored by Milford Bank and coached by Zach Kufner. Then we have the Brewers, managed by Coach Rayner and sponsored by Raising Cane's. We have the Cardinals, managed by Coach Loretsky. We have the Cubs, sponsored by Dockside, managed by Coach Milford. We're going to put our jets on, guys. Look how fast they are. It's a race. It's a race. All right, the Phillies. Managed by Coach Lamore. Sponsored by Harmony. We have the Pirates. Managed by Coach Jersey. Sponsored by Take 5. We have the Royals. Coached by Coach Benlock. Sponsored by A-Plus Exterior. We have the Rangers. Sponsored by Coastal Enterprise. Coached by Chad Mormon. We have the Rockies, sponsored by Draft Law, coached by Brian Cohen. We have the Tigers, coached by Jeff Acevedo, sponsored by All-Star Photo. We have the Royals, coached by Coach Benlock, and sponsored by A-Plus Exterior. We have the Twins, coached by Garrett Mancini, and sponsored by Innovative Heating and Cooling. And the Cubs, coached by Jeff Williams, and sponsored by Colony Grill. All right, we're moving over to softball coach pitch. The Promotion, managed by Val Binder. We have the Charge, managed by Danny Lockett. Force, sponsored by Colony Grill and managed by Kobe Shree. We have the Heat, sponsored by Active Health and managed by Doug Bauer. The Pride, sponsored by Take 5 and managed by Brian Contra. We have the Rebellion, managed by Chris. Riptide, managed by Stacey Nicola. The Spark, sponsored by Andrews High Tech Auto Center and managed by Mary Beth Wojtek. And the Wild, managed by Will Delmore. Last but not least for Coach Pitch. All right, next up is Farms Baseball. All right, Farms Baseball. We're going to expect a little bit faster speed onto the field because you're a little older. So get ready to run, all right? So we have the Athletics, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods and managed by Tor Blackstead. We have the Cubs, sponsored by Tyler America and managed by Brock Newman. We have the D-backs, sponsored by Coastal Enterprise and managed by Sean McCann. We have the Giants, sponsored by Modern Heating and Cooling and managed by Scott Chaklinski. We have the Mariners, sponsored by Milford and managed by Jeff Dornberg. We have the Marlins, sponsored by Jake's Irrigation and managed by Jeff Jakes. We have the Nationals, sponsored by Ocean Air and managed by Brian Holthouse. We have the Padres, sponsored by City Stitchers and managed by Matt Bender. Look at that speed. Phillies, sponsored by Subway Woodmont and managed by Chris Catron. And the Rays, managed by Ken Catino. All right, next up, we have Farm Softball. We have the Dogs, sponsored by Dennis Properties and managed by Missy Newman. We have the Eagles, sponsored by Montano Distributors and managed by me. Hi team. Rattlers, sponsored by Rep Softball and managed by Jeanette Tierney. Run it out, Jeanette. I had to do that too. Sharks, sponsored by All-Star Photo and managed by Doug Bova. And the Vipers, sponsored by Hair Canvas and managed by Stacey Apollo. All right, baseball majors. We are moving on to you. We have the Blue Jays, managed by Tim Marshan. We have the Dodgers, sponsored by Unreliable Welder, managed by Brian Cohen. We have the Expos, sponsored by Bertram and Moses, managed by Anthony Bendio. Mets, managed by Matt Marquis. Red Sox, managed by Mike Hoggett. Yankees, sponsored by Montana Distributors, managed by Bob Caselli. Majors softball. We have the Bandits, sponsored by Jake's Irrigation, managed by Jeff Jakes. We have the Blaze, sponsored by City Stitchers, managed by Kevin Fallon. We have the Talons, sponsored by Sally Whalen Hair, managed by Mike Maziars. And we have the Volt, sponsored by Abbott Jewelry System, managed by Ray Phelan. And then, last but not least, we have our softball juniors here today. We have Team White, sponsored by MetroStar and managed by Wayne Cole and Kevin French. Big round of applause for all our teams today. At this point in time, I would like to direct everyone's attention to the flagpole in center field as Corey and Trace Franzen prepare the flag. Look at that beautiful flag. I would like you all to please remain standing. Remove your hats as we welcome Abby Masiag as she performs our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag is still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free in the home of the brave.
Sing it! Atta girl! Woo!
Best singer in town.
Woo!
I don't think there's anybody better than her.
Woo! They cut in the halfway.
With our hands by our sides. Crisscross applesauce. Alright, so this year I'd like to switch things up for this next part. We usually like to take this time to have our players recite the Little League pledge. But I think it's time that we rope the parents into this tradition too. We all know that sometimes parents need reminders too. Coaches and parents, let's lead by example and show the players what we're made of. Please repeat after me. I will teach all children to play fair and do their best. I will positively support all managers, coaches, and players. I will respect the decisions of the umpires! Exclamation point. Exclamation, exclamation. I love the dedication. I will praise a good effort despite the outcome of the game. Players, it's your turn. Are you guys ready for your turn? Do you think we could be louder than the parents? I knew it. All right, thumbs up if you can hear me. Here we go. Repeat after me. That's right. I trust in God. I love my country. And will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win. But win or lose, I will always do my best. Guys, you killed it. I think we did better than the parents. What do you think? All right, so before we really get started, we had a little special gift for you. We know that spring 2026 is going to be so bright, and we also want you guys to look extra cool for this ceremony. So if you haven't already, because I see some of us are wearing them, open that package. You have a special envelope and a special gift with some cool Milford Little League sunglasses. So get those on.
All the kids are wearing sunglasses. You see them? They said we.
All right, so now we're going to introduce and recognize some of our board members. It takes an enormous amount of time by a lot of people to run a league such as ours. Please acknowledge some of our key contributors as I announce their names and ask them to line up on the third baseline to be
Yeah,
recognized.
Dad, you're gonna have to go out there.
No.
Yeah.
You want to?
You can go out there on the third baseline.
Hi, I'm the president, in case you didn't know. Bob Caselli, Executive Vice President. Anthony Matthew, Vice President of Baseball. Brian Glynn, Vice President of Softball. Mike Coelho, Treasurer. Chris Montini, Secretary. Jeannie Haggett, Player Agent. Carolee Schultz, Sponsorship and Fundraising Director. Johnny DiPolo, equipment manager. Donovan Gillo, concessions manager. Woo! Parks and Complex field coordinator. Pat O'Rourke, field coordinator. Keith Jadroni, technology coordinator, and all the things that make sound happen today, because that is really not my area. Chris Bernard, website coordinator.
Keep going, keep
Jim
following the
O'Connor,
path.
social
It's
media.
great. That
Doug
yellow
Bona,
building.
scholarship coordinator. Please give these amazing human beings one more round of applause for all that you do for everybody that's here today. At this point, I would like to acknowledge a few other special people that are here today. We have Mayor Rich Smith. We have Holly Moran, the mayor's chief of staff and former city alderman. We have Connecticut State Senator James Maroney.
Baseball.
All right, an even bigger round of applause for these 10 you guys. Look at that blue jersey. All right, I'd like to call over 2025 12U softball district champions. Preston Pacelli, Madison Jacob. Please come to home plate. And Haley Holly. It's been a tradition in our league to place wreaths at the center field monuments in honor of players that we have lost too early. Please stand as the children of the current executive board walk these wreaths to center field and place them in memory.
Wreath and stand. One stand,
Jack
one
and
wreath.
Preston, wreath and stand.
All together?
Yeah.
Yep.
Coordinate, do
You're
not
gonna
drop.
walk
No,
to
you
center
take it.
field. You can take the wreath off.
Take it with the other hand on the side.
Yep.
Got it?
And then put it back together after.
Here, let's do this. Girls, come here quickly.
Go straight to the middle.
Yeah, you did. Coordinator. I got it on video. Of course he did.
Thank you guys. You can head back to your teams. All right, players, I'm going to have you sit back on your bottom, crisscross applesauce. Eyes and ears on me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Awesome. We're going to turn our listening ears on. We're almost through, guys. You're doing a great job. Next, we're going to go to the recognition of our monuments and retired numbers at Brewster Field. This year, we have the following numbers. You can see them on our shed. We have number 7, Botanowitz, number 8, Kemp, number 10, McCarthy, number 35, Coach Serve. also like to recognize the following memorials at Brewster: John Mayo Memorial and Kenneth O'Keefe Sr. Thank you. Time for another Little League tradition. We think it's important to honor our graduates who exemplified sportsmanship and honored the true spirit of what Little League means. As a result, we would like to take this time to honor one of our 2025 softball graduates with the David Griswold Memorial Sportsmanship Award. David Griswold was a coach and manager in our league for 18 years. He exemplified what youth sports was all about, and we choose to continue to honor his memory and the impact he had by awarding 2 young men and 2 young women in his name. To celebrate with us today is one of this year's winners of the David Griswold Memorial Sportsmanship Awards, Peyton Gill. Congratulations, the award is very well deserved. All right, now we're going to recognize our graduating class of Little League players. Every year we like to recognize our 12U graduating Little League class by presenting them with a gift. As I call your name, please head to the table behind home plate and then wait with the group to get your sweatshirt so we can take a photo. Camden Baptista, Christopher Boletsky, Sean Bennett, Leo Bernard, Jacob Bernardini, Michael Bahari, Owen Bizaki, Brody Campbell, Nolan Cannell, Nolan Catino, Brody Cohen, Andrew Kuhn, Cooper Cordone, Callan Coyle, Chase Stella, Anthony Totoro, Bo Franzen, Brendan Glynn, James Haven, Tyler Hoggett, Brennan Wallace, Cooper Marquis, Brock Mastrin, Mikey Meglio, Lucas Mellon, Jack Montini, Clayton Moore, Everett Monroe, Spencer Nucera, Preston Pacelli, Maximus Paulino, Logan Policki, Joseph Pettis, Victor Court, Braden Sousa, Cooper Stanley, Evan Swaller, Joshua Thorpe, Joseph Tizzoli, Owen Tweedy, Nicholas Bohound, Logan Monikowski, Grant Sidrogi. That's it for baseball.
Alright, so put your sweatshirt on. We're going to line up behind home plate, take a picture, and then I'm going to have you wait to the side for softball, because then we're going to take a big group. Alright, so once you have your sweatshirt on, come up here. Ooh! Please, come to the front. Quick, quick, quick.
Chill, sweatshirt. Go to the other one.
Hang on. Hold on. Megan, hold on.
Almost. Wait.
One more. And then?
Yeah, take your fingers off the front, guys.
There you go. I'll hold this. Okay.
Right here, buddy.
Right in the end.
All right, here we go. Close. Everyone move this way. Big smile.
All right, our 12 new graduating softball players. Lucy Cassioppo, Avery Caprio, Eliana Cole-Darcy, Carter Cook, Megan Daniels, Georgia Lynn Daniels, Ryder Gregorio, Julia DeProfio, Kayla Doyle, Jenna Ghost, Stephen Coltham, Alana Hurley, Addison Diane Cole, Zoe Jakes, Sarah Mastroni, Molly Maziars, Katie Bailey, Lena Rivera, Sophia Scaraduza, Ashley Seaver, Alessandra Twarkowski, Coral Dowdy, Leah Whalen.
Come on, girls. Come on. Oh, yes.
Julia DeProfio.
Hold Darcy.
Jenna's not here, right?
Okay. Hold Darcy.
Wait, they're really small. I know, mine's so tiny. Wait, this is not bad. Yo, these are so soft. I know they're. Wait, these are actually. I think they have our name.
Alright, take the stickers off. I'll take them. Good. Congratulations, girl. Go win it this year. You can do it, I believe. Stanley, go on the other side.
Now the moment we have all been waiting for. Would Mayor Rich Smith please join me here as we have our ceremonial first pitch. Catching today's first pitch is going to be one of our graduates, Zoe Jakes. Good luck, Zoe and Mayor Smith.
softball.
Big round of applause for Mayor Smith.
Morning, Milford. Welcome to opening day to Milford Little League. It's one of the best days of the year. It's not just about baseball and softball. It's about community and teamwork and the beginning of a very special season for a lot of our kids. To the players, this is your season. Whether it's your first year playing or your last, remember why you're here. You're here to learn and to grow. You'll win some games and you'll lose some games. But all the while you will learn. You must continue to work hard. You will create memories here that will live long beyond this season. To the coaches, thank you for the heart and the dedication, the time that you dedicate to these players.
You want Diet Coke?
You teach them much more than the game. You teach them confidence and resilience and sportsmanship. And the things you teach them will shape their lives far beyond this season. And to the parents, thank you for your encouragement and your help, the early practices, and the cheering from the stands. Little League would not happen without you. So as we begin another season, let's remember what makes Milford special. It's more than the scoreboard or the standings. It's about the friendships and the shared moments we have and the memories we create that create a community. So, as we start this season, let's play hard, let's cheer loud, and let's make this a great season. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Big round of applause for Mayor Smith. Once again, thank you to our board, our special guests, and all those involved in making Milford Little League what it is. Thank you to our umpires. Thank you to the Mandillos, man in the stand in there. We could not do it without you guys. Please remember to support our sponsors and community partners throughout the year. Finally, thank you to all our players. I would like everyone to do me a favor. We're going to have a seat on our bottoms and wait for the directions. Thank you to the players. You are the reason we are here and do what we do. Now go have fun and play baseball. But before we start to move, I am going to ask all coach pitch and T-ball teams to remain seated where you are. If you are a majors, farms, or juniors players, you can head off the field to get your parents. Parents of coach pitch players or T-ballers, you are going to come onto the field to retrieve your most precious gift. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you all and have a great, safe season.